All right, guys, welcome back to a very notorious edition of the BCP right now with the goodest brother flying co-pilot right now. Hashtag wrestlers love Chris Nunez. Hashtag the goodest brother. Hashtag the goodest roommate. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Chris Nunez. What's going on over there, good brother? How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. Doing great. And, dude, I'm excited for this one. This is another big show. We're cranking them right now. And quite frankly, this is long overdue, bro. We've been seeing this person stealing the show time after time here in New Jersey. And ladies and gentlemen, so excited, so excited. Please welcome to the show former Monster Factory girl champ and current Kickstart My Heart intergender champion and my personal pick to become what I believe is the first ever Titan Championship Wrestling Goddess champion. Please welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, the Notorious Mimi. Mimi, what's up? Thanks for a few minutes.
Thank you for having me, you guys. That was a hell of an introduction.
Yeah, we take care of you here. No, I'm excited for this drive-in match. We have a fatal four-way situation here. First and foremost, what are kind of your thoughts right now, kind of coming out of this kind of quarantine COVID world we living in and stepping back into the first for the first time in this drive-in setting?
So I'm really, really excited, obviously, because 3 months is way, way too long to be out of a ring for me. It's going to be like a little nerve-wracking because the first time stepping out is like such a high-stakes match. We have a fatal four-way elimination for the inaugural championship, but I think there's no better way to make a return than making it big, so I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. And, so I'm following on social media. I don't know if you've seen some of these videos popping up. Some of your opponents have been saying some things here. I saw a video from Gemma saying, calling you as, and again, I very much disagree with this. These are her words, not mine. Calling you inexperienced, and Vicious Vicky saying that you are not a goddess. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, Gemma Juliana's just coming from a place of my first match was against her, so at the time I was inexperienced. I understand. I'm not too offended by that. She's just misinformed. As for Vicky, she's just salty because, as we all know, she's also a regular at the Monster Factory, and I am a former Monster Factory Girls Champion, and she is not, so there's a pretty obvious discrepancy there.
Yeah, I gotcha. And we were, obviously we wanted to do this in person. That's not the world we live in today. So again, thank you for a few minutes doing this over here on Skype.
No problem.
We were super excited for that Goddesses show. Shout to Titan Championship Wrestling, who's also putting on the drive-in Brawl show that I'm super excited for. What would it mean to you to win that Goddesses title? You're no stranger to having gold around your waist.
Well, I mean, it's really just a great opportunity for me to bring back something that I've been close to so many times, because this is my third match where I have, I'm the match for an inaugural women's championship. I haven't won either of the other two though. So because I was in the first match for the SWF Women's Championship against Ali Rex, which she eventually won, and the match for the returning Monster Factory Girls Championship against Gabby Ortiz, which she won. So this is like a moment of kind of poetic justice after getting knocked down the first two times in inaugural championship matches. This time it'll actually get to be my name in the books. So I'm just fingers crossed for a good result, and I'm really excited to be part of another history-making match.
Yeah, we're pulling for you. I'm so excited for this, and a very unique environment. This is going to be fun. Nunez, what do you got over there, brother?
So to take it back a little bit, how did you get into wrestling, and who were some of your inspirations to become a wrestler?
So I actually had never watched wrestling growing up. I didn't see it until I was probably about 13, I would say, and my sister just found it on YouTube and showed it to me. I'd never seen it before, and she was like, this looks really cool. And I for a while, a little while, was just a casual fan, but as soon as I saw the WrestleMania 32 match with Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch, I was like, oh, this is something I'm ready to do and I want to do.
That's awesome. And are those your favorites, like Sasha and Becky and all them?
So I'd say my main inspirations are probably Sasha, Ray, Victoria, and AJ Lee, if we go overall through the full spectrum of wrestling times.
Good choices.
Wait, did you say Sasha Ray, like Rey Mysterio?
Yes.
That's my guy.
That's Rob's favorite.
You occasionally see me pull off a 619 if you've gone back.
Okay,
So,
right.
That's why you're here. Yeah, no, we love all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So a little bit of a fun fan question here. I got a couple fan questions, if that's okay with you. Obviously we're seeing the tag belts, reemergence in WWE for the women.
Yeah.
There's rumors of the tag belts reemerging in the Knockouts division on Impact.
Mhm.
Hypothetically, past, present, future dream tag team partner.
Ooh, first and foremost, I will always be a Sasha Banks mark, so that one doesn't take too much thinking for me.
It's boss time, isn't it?
Always.
I won't do it, bro. I won't do it. And Mimi, now you are, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the current intergender champion for our friends over at Kickstart My Heart Wrestling.
I
Great
am.
organization. Your thoughts? A lot of times we get the politically correct answer here. A lot of the time we get a lot of straight shooters here. Your thoughts on this whole intergender platform for you?
I think it's really a great opportunity for everyone to show off what they can do in a unique and totally different way from all of the other wrestling you'll see, because I think what really allows it to stand out is there's usually a bigger size discrepancy when you're wrestling a guy and you're a girl, so you can pull off a lot of moves that normally you wouldn't see in wrestling or are a lot more challenging or dangerous. But when you have a really big guy wrestling a smaller girl, it makes it a lot easier to pull off some of the really flyy moves and the super strong moves that you wouldn't normally get to see. And also, I think even when it's close in size, it just opens up more storytelling. And I honestly never have seen anything wrong with it because the guys and the girls always train together. So it's just more behind the scenes bringing it to light, I would say.
That's actually a really great way to look at it. Like you guys all train together. I never even thought about that. So that's a really great point. What are your favorite kind of matches, Mimi? Now we've seen you with the likes of friends of the show, our favorites, Ali Rex. Do you kind of those fast-paced, high-flying, quick matches? Do you kind of that slow build, that technical aspect? What's kind of your cup of tea?
I enjoy watching just about everything, but I'd say for actually being in them, my favorite are definitely the fast-paced, high-flying, go, go, go. When I first started wrestling, my problem was I would not slow down. I just wanted to and I've worked on slowing it down a little bit because the thing is you have to be slow enough that everyone can see things and process it. And at the beginning, everyone was you need to slow down more. And I found I think a fairly good balance of slowing down while still keeping the fast moving in there a little bit too, because I was in high school track before this, so it's just a habitual thing where I'm go 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 go, that's what sports usually were for me. So I really like those high flying, super athletic, fast paced matches.
Yeah, me too. That's totally my style, and I think that's why you caught our eye. You've been doing this for kind of a short time, compared to a lot of others right now, and you're already crushing it. Nunez, what do you got over there, bro?
Take it away from wrestling a little bit. We mentioned the crazy world that we live in with COVID and the whole pandemic. Besides the notorious workouts we've been seeing you post on Instagram and stuff, what have you been doing to keep yourself occupied? And have you kept to yourself, or have you, connected with other people, through, as we are right now, Skype or, FaceTime, things like that?
Well, I've honestly been a little more occupied than I'd like to be because I'm still, most people are surprised to find this out, in high school. So I do online school. And so I've been just doing that, finishing up. It's actually done on July 12th, so the end of this week. But I've been doing a lot of that. And then this is probably my 5th podcast, I'd say, since quarantine started. So I've been getting a few of those in, which is nice to just hear from some of my wrestling friends and other people out in the world. But besides that, I've been trying to actually obey quarantine.
Yeah. And and by the way, the best podcast that you've been on so far. Just putting it out there. But anyway, enough shameless promo. We'll save the shameless promo for you at the end of the show. But Mimi, making this decision to become a wrestler and study wrestling at such a young age, I truly do feel you have a jump on a lot of people. What is the goal moving forward? Is it again, you don't have to answer this spot on, but is it the AEWs? Is it the Impact? Is it to kind of take it one step at a time? Where's your head at right now?
I'd say I'm a little bit one step at a time, but my big final goal would just be a TV contract on any brand that's getting a lot of eyes on it. because I'm not super picky about where I go as long as I feel like I get a full opportunity to perform and be part of a good story and like inspire people and have people see me. So, Impact, AEW, WWE, I'd be so grateful for any of them.
Yeah, I love it. And well, let me put it this way, Mimi. Dream opponent in any of those organizations, or you could go, a legend, old school, past, present, anything like that. If you had a dream, like one-on-one match.
Victoria, probably. I would say.
Nice.
I think that's like a good style contrast, and she's like a really, really tough, strong woman, and she's still out on the indies, I know, occasionally, so like it's plausible.
That's a fantastic answer.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
That's
Her
great.
finisher was everything, so like
it's one of my favorite
I want to
finishers.
lose that match. I would want to lose that match just so I could have the honor of taking the Widow's Peak.
Yes, that's one of my favorite finishes. I love that move.
It's beautiful.
So like maybe you're kind of like you're not really calling her out because you're like kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna lose or whatever, but
Yeah,
you're like, yeah, I'll put you over.
Come beat me up.
Yeah, exactly. We want that match. You heard it here first. You want that match, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
So obviously you do keep up with the current product, Mimi. I did think of you when I was reviewing NXT TakeOver, and I saw Candice, kind of the Poison Pixie come out, and I'm like, oh, those wings, like that kind of reminds you, like Mimi's always rocking the wings. So a two-part question here. First of all, where did the whole kind of wings, kind of persona, character kind of come from? And then your thoughts on Candice kind of stealing your steez over there.
So the wings actually kind of happened by accident. They were a thing that I got for specifically a show right around Halloween. Like, it wasn't a Halloween themed show, but I just was like, oh, this would be a fun thing to like come out in, because it was like, I think October like 20 something, 28th, and it was like right before Halloween. So it was like, oh, I'll just wear something kind of Halloween themed. And I came out in the angel wings with the all white gear. And then like I put pictures up of it, and I was looking back at the pictures after the match, and I was like, wait, I actually really, really like this. And like everyone who was commenting on it was like, I've never seen this before. It's like really unique and like interesting. And I was like, I mean, I don't see why not. So I just kept going with it and kind of let it develop naturally. But I really fell in love with it, and I think it like makes it so like my gimmick so much more eye-catching. As for the Candice thing, I was like a little like ouch right when I first saw it, but it's honestly not that much like of a big deal. There were no angel wings involved, just pixie wings, so like there's difference. We're good, but I mean, as long as she doesn't do it consistently, I won't be too worried.
That's right. Or maybe this is the build for that Candice Mimi match, wings wings at the top of the ladder or whatever. It's gonna
I would never say no to that.
So I guess kind of a fun hypothetical question here. I always like to ask everybody. Say you do make it to the grandest stage of them all. You have that WrestleMania moment, that WrestleMania entrance. Yeah. What band is playing you out to the ring?
I feel like this is such a typical white girl answer. Fall Out Boy. Just
yeah. Nice.
I'm not sorry. It's a typical white girl answer, but it's also a good one.
Any specific song or?
I think at that point I would just want them to play my own theme song. That's like, you really got it when they're playing your song for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, Mimi, are you we see you in Jersey all the time. Are you a Jersey? Is Jersey your home?
So I live in Jersey now, but I actually grew up in Westchester, Pennsylvania. So not that far. It's like an hour away from where I live now.
Okay, but you're currently in Jersey.
Yes, I'm currently in Jersey at this moment.
All right, so represent. We're Jersey boys over here. So we'll ask you this one. You can pass if you are obviously vegetarian or vegan. Is it pork roll or Taylor ham?
What?
Okay.
I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I don't know what's happening either.
Oh, okay, because you're from Pennsylvania. Yes, so like pork roll is like thing, like here in Jersey is like instead of bacon, you have pork roll, and the argument is do they call it pork roll or Taylor ham? And we only have it in New Jersey. It's a thing. Well, how about
well, wait, no, I have to turn the question around on you guys now. Do they call it pork roll or Taylor ham?
Pork roll.
Yeah, pork roll's the only option. I don't know why Taylor ham is even there. So.
Word.
Thank you.
Well, I've been educated now. Anyone who asks me, I'll tell them it's pork roll.
Yes, love it.
So Mimi, looking back and kind of doing our homework for the interview, We did kind of see you kind of rocking almost like I'm aging myself here, like that Richard Hamilton going back to the NBA, like face mask kind of thing a little bit. What was going on with that? Was there an injury? Was there a gimmick? What was going on with that?
So I kind of just rolled with it into my gimmick, but it was an injury. I got my nose broken it was early January this year. It was actually the same match I lost my title in at the Monster Factory. It was just like a freak accident. Things happened, but I got chopped right in the nose and it broke. And so technically it could be like a 6 weeks off type injury, but I was not about to have that. So instead I went and got like the Trish Stratus style face guard, slapped it on, painted it gold, and called it a day. And I'm literally back at training like 2 days later.
Good for you. Kind of having that Becky Lynch-esque moment. And I should use the Trish comparison. I forgot Trish did have the face mask as well. Going back to some fan questions, and I do want to be respectful of your time, Mimi. Thank you again for a few minutes. How do you feel about fans? This is more of like a comment than really a question. Fans kind of comparing you to Becky Lynch or like a Taylor Hendricks. Your thoughts on that? Like, I know some people don't like being compared to other people.
I mean, personally, it doesn't bother me too much because it's everyone who, like, you get compared to as someone who made it big and got signed. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be strange to take offense to, like, you remind me of someone else who succeeded at the same thing that you want to do. So, like, when I hear stuff like that, I just take it as a compliment. But, like, keep in mind, keep myself slightly, like, unique because you don't want to come across as being, like, the same exact character as them. But the comparisons have never bothered me at all.
Okay. I feel the same way. I think that's just a compliment in itself.
Yeah.
And then Mimi, people kind of asking, you know, we're big involved obviously with Chad and the standalone franchise. You know, really, you know, thank you, Chad, for everything. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We talked. Oh, shout out to Chad. See, everyone loves Chad. He's the man. So shout out to Chad. We talk long-term goals. Let's talk kind of short-term goals. Mm-hmm. The standalone women's championship, I believe, is still on Skylar Moore.
It is. Yes.
We've seen pop up on AEW Dark a few times. Mm-hmm. I think the first time we saw you was at that one of those Halloween shows, and I believe it was you who took that vicious DDT. We call it the skyscraper.
Mimi took the vicious DDT. That was a good time. I was supposed to have the rematch against her too. That was one of my many exciting matches that fell victim to quarantine. It was supposed to be that May 21st show in Lacey Township, but I'm hoping that the next show back that he has will all just get the same matches scheduled as normal, and then I'll have 3 belts because I've got 2 more to go pick up.
Yeah, maybe 3 belts. I like it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So kind of, you know, you're kind of hearing it here, but Mimi was supposed to go up against Skylar. I would love to see that match. We saw you, I think, at that Halloween show. It was a fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting. You know, we're pulling for, although big friends of Skylar as well. So, you know, but we'll see what happens there. I'm excited for that one. And Mimi, just, you know, we talked dream opponents. Anyone you're targeting kind of on the indies right now, male or female?
Yeesh. I'd probably say the person that I've worked with before that I'd want to get to work with one-on-one again is Red Velvet, because she was in my, like, tag match that I had that was intergender at Kickstart My Heart, but we didn't get to work against each other too much, so I'd like to actually have, like, a one-on-one singles match with her.
Love it. That's awesome. All right, Mimi, cool. Well, real quick, just a couple more questions, and we'll get some shameless promo out of the way. Kind of, you're already doing this. You're already very successful. You're only doing this for a couple of years, I believe. So successful. So continued success to you. What would you say to anyone who's kind of in high school or growing up and saying, like, I kind of want to make like a full-time career and study and get into this crazy, wacky business that is wrestling? What would you say to them?
I mean, if it's something you love, don't be afraid to do it. And obviously, I was in a really, really fortunate position with having supportive parents to help me get into it early. But awesome. Even if you're not in that place, like, just work out until you can get there and just don't quit on it, because even if it doesn't seem feasible right when you first start, the time goes by and you get farther than you ever think you will in a short amount of time.
Wow. Wonderfully said, Mimi. And thank you for a few minutes. We really appreciate it. It's really an honor to have you on. Now tell everyone, shameless promo time. Tell everyone where they can follow you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, so they can see you wearing that Goddess Championship belt after you win it.
All right, I am the Notorious Mimi on Twitter, at the Notorious Mimi on Instagram, Notorious_Mimi on Twitter. If you look up the Notorious Mimi, my What a Maneuver store will show up. And I'm Amelia Her on Facebook, and I think that's all the social media I have.
Awesome. All right. Well, we appreciate it, Mimi. Obviously, continued success. We'll definitely order up a signed 8x10. We always like to get them made out to the Bob Culture podcast. We want to support everyone that comes on. And we'll be at the drive-in. You know, it's going to be a very different environment. I'm super excited. It's all for charity, of course, Ocean Gate EMS. So great job out of Billy and everyone involved with Titan Championship Wrestling. Mimi, thank you again for a few minutes. Continued success, and good luck in your match. We want to see that gold around your waist.
Of course. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
All right, we're out. Peace.
Peace.